All right, everyone, we are back with the YouTube portfolio again, as you guys can see up on the screen. In this video today, I am going to be giving my thoughts and opinions of, some of the recent stocks that are making some big moves today, some of the more recent news stories going on in the market, and I will be obviously going over the most recent portfolio update. This is a portfolio that I put all of the money that this YouTube channel makes into this portfolio, including ad revenue and including the Patreon. First link in the description below if you want to help support my content and my channel, and also get every single buy, sell, and trade that this account makes, and just a community to talk stocks and stuff. Definitely check that out. And again, any money that gets put into the Patreon will go directly in this portfolio. My goal is to grow this portfolio from $100 to hopefully $100,000 plus over time. And last time we checked in with this portfolio, we were sitting at right around $102. I believe it was this day. We were at $102.74. And since then, we're down a little bit, from $102.74 to $101.51, but we are still in the green. We started this portfolio on December 22nd, I believe. Yeah, it was the first day. So, we're like a week or two into this, but still being up 1.54% feels pretty good. Last time we checked in with our 4 stocks that we have $25 in Disney, Baba, Google, and Netflix. And last time we checked in, all of these companies were in the green, with like Baba being at 26 something as the biggest winner. But now we actually have we have a position that we are down 1.56% on Netflix. But overall, not too crazy of movements in any of these stocks. We're up 3% on Baba and almost 4% on Disney, so that's looking pretty good. Overall, I'm still happy and excited with these 4 positions, but there are some stocks and companies out there in the world right now that I am considering adding, and obviously, once the new YouTube money comes in or Patreon money comes in or whatever, we will definitely add some new portfolios, some new positions. So I wanted to see what's going on in the market today, and one of the big stories is the fact that airline stocks were surging today. I think I saw some airlines up like 3-4% today. Shrugging off the thousands of flight cancellations. Now, I was traveling over the holidays, and I didn't get hit with any flight cancellations, but I got hit with serious flight delays, due to Omicron, due to weather, all these different things, work shortages. A lot of people were getting flights canceled, delayed, having to miss work, having to, miss family events, whatever. It was really, really annoying. And, my flights ended up getting delayed like 2 or 3 hours, which, really threw a wrench into things. But 2 or 3 hours is nothing compared to what some people went through. But seems like the market didn't really care. The key points in this article are more than 18,000 U.S. flights got canceled since Christmas Eve. Airlines blame disruptions on a combination of bad weather and Omicron infections that sidelined staff. So like I talked about, all those things. But again, investors today shrugged this off. And there's a couple of reasons. I mean, one, this stuff already happened, obviously, and the market is, somewhat forward looking. And these are expected to be short-term problems. It still seems like, yes, Omicron is going around very, very rapidly right now. A lot of people are getting sick and it's spreading pretty fast, but we're hearing that there's less deaths, there's less hospitalizations, it lasts less long, and people think we are getting closer and closer to the end of hopefully this COVID world or whatever, and that reopening plays are about to be big. So even though there's been some cancellation stuff over the last couple of weeks, again, investments, your time horizon is 1, 2, 5, 10 years. This stuff shouldn't really matter that much. So people are kind of shrugging it off. I think overall this is a great sign that we are still working more towards recovery, at least in the minds of American people and people all over the world. The fact that despite a lot of negative news and publicity coming out over the last couple of weeks, that airline stocks continue to pump and pump and pump. Now, obviously in my portfolio right now, I don't have any airlines. I'm not really looking to get any airlines. I know a lot of them have been impacted by large numbers of debt over the past couple of years, and their financials have really, really changed. And who knows when we are ever truly going back to normal. But my big reopening play in this portfolio, at least, is Disney. And that's where I really see my opportunity. I do think Disney is going to be a very, very strong reopening play that hasn't been impacted as negatively as some of these airlines. Yes, they've been hit hard, but obviously they haven't had to take on these massive, massive amounts of terrible debt that a lot of these airlines have. And Disney still has the hope of Disney Plus and all this stuff going into the future. But that's kind of my look at a reopening play. I also think restaurants are very, very great reopening plays as well, but I'm not so much as interested in the airlines. But if you were in airlines today, you're having a pretty good day. One of the other big stories going on, and this is a company that I don't have Apple in this portfolio, but I have them in some other portfolios, but man, I'm feeling like I don't have enough Apple, and it's definitely one that's on my radar for this YouTube portfolio. I'm so excited what they have going on for the future, but the news came out today that actually lifted them for a short time. I believe they're back under now, but for a time over a $3 trillion market cap, and it just seems like a couple of months ago that they passed 1 trillion for the first time, and now they're just knocking down trillions like it's nothing. And it's because this company just does so many things so well. They do things so correctly. They do things so crazy, so impressive, and there's even more opportunities into the future. And with their track record, I think they're gonna do a ton of these things successfully, and that's why I think I don't feel like I have enough exposure to Apple at this point, even though some people are saying it's overvalued, it's overpriced, it's due for a pullback, whatever. Some of that could be true, but also some of it could be the fact that they're going to grow in to some of those high valuation metrics by continuing to smash expectations out of the park. But Apple's wearable gadget business grew like gangbusters over the holidays from CNBC. They sold 27 million pairs of its newest AirPods over the holidays, according to top Apple analysts. They expect 20% year-over-year growth for Apple's wearables business in the holiday quarter, and this year is expected to be a big one for Apple's wearable business thanks to the impending launch of its augmented reality headset. This is, a couple new things that Apple has on the horizon. As obviously, getting into the metaverse and VR and AR and all this stuff, and how well they're going to do that, how popular it's going to be. We'll see how all of that goes. And then also getting into, if they ever do release an Apple car and have a fully self-driving car, with no steering wheel, all this stuff, like, there's still so many new avenues and branches Apple can go into, let alone the fact that iPhone is, expected to continue selling like hotcakes years and years and years into the future. They have things set up so well. They also are trying to branch into the streaming space, obviously, with stuff like Apple TV, Apple Watches, AirPods. Everything is so interconnected. I know they have the Apple Card as well. They do so many things so well, and the future is still so bright. Just more good news coming out for Apple. What I truly think is deservedly so the best company in the world, and the largest company in the world. But the biggest news today, and what most people were talking about, airlines, I'm not really interested in. Apple, I'm definitely interested in. Tesla, this one is interesting to me. I keep, for the past couple of years, I've kept talking myself out of it. I've owned it at times. I've made some money on it. I've lost some money on it, but I'm not like a long-term investor in Tesla, and I still don't think at this point I'm that interested in being a long-term investor in Tesla. But today was an amazing day for Tesla stockholders. Tesla stock soars up 13%, and I think at the time I'm recording this, it's actually up 14%, which a stock like Tesla, a $1.5 trillion market cap, being up 14% in a single day, that is ridiculous, borderline like unheard of. Obviously, it's happened many times before, but like the days of companies like that having 14% upticks is few and far between, and man, that is making so many people so much money. Shares of Tesla continue to jump on Monday. The rally comes after the electric vehicle maker beat fourth quarter and full year delivery expectations. They delivered 308,000 EVs in the fourth quarter of 2021, and for the full year, they delivered 936,000 vehicles. And that is just absolutely insane. The expectations are always high for Tesla from some people. From some people, the expectations are always low, and people are always critical, and that helps Tesla in a lot of ways, because if they keep doing things well, if they keep knocking stuff out of the park, it's so impressive to even their biggest naysayers. But obviously now this puts us on the horizon of, are they going to be able to sell over 1 million vehicles in 2022? Is there still room for continued growth? What does a recession look like for Tesla? Are people still going to be buying these expensive EVs if they don't have as much extra spending money? Probably not. But is a recession on the horizon, or is it not? Obviously there's chip shortages and all that stuff. There's just there is so much stuff on the positive and the negative side of Tesla, but man, they are just killing it over and over and over again. My personal opinion and why I'm maybe shying away from being a long-term investor in them is like, at this point, I don't know. And this is what people have been saying for so long. It's like, not only am I saying, could they potentially be overvalued at this point, but it's like, how much of that future growth is already priced in? How much room is there realistically for Tesla to still grow? Especially, somebody like me, I'm 24 years old. I'm looking at a very, very long time horizon. And like, 20, 30 years from now, is Tesla a company that is going to, outperform the market? It's going to outperform expectations going forward. I'm still a little bit skeptical. And then, I do think they have kind of an over-reliance on Elon Musk as kind of the figurehead. And I do have questions about how much longer, he will continue to be the figurehead of Tesla when he has so many other things going on in his life. And, money and everything isn't exactly an issue for him at this point. But, if you're a Tesla shareholder, congratulations. You are up massively today, and things are looking really, really good. And, your pockets are a little bit fatter. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. This was my little YouTube portfolio update, and taking a look at the market and everything that's going on, giving my thoughts and opinions. Like I said, from the three kind of sectors we talked about today, the one I'm looking at adding most to my portfolio is Apple. And maybe when my YouTube check comes in this month, or when somebody donates to the Patreon, we could start up an Apple position into this portfolio, because I think it would be a great fit and a great addition to really any portfolio. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Let me drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. What stocks are you looking at buying, holding, selling into 2022? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, tip today, and all my latest content. Hope to catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.